Hey, I'm ChristopherJMUA and welcome back to my channel. Unless you've never been here, of course, then welcome. I'm so glad you've stopped by because today is part 2 in my Jeffree Star x Dawson conspiracy collection series. If that's what you want to call it, I think that's what I'm gonna call it. So today we are reviewing the mini controversy palette. Essentially, this is the second item that I've received from the collection, so we're reviewing it as I get it. I actually got this with the original palette, but this is technically like my second product, and we are reviewing them as they come, so today is dedicated to this palette specifically. So if you want to see everything there is to see about the Jeffree Star Cosmetics x Dawson Conspiracy Collection Mini Controversy Palette, that's a mouthful, then stay exactly where you are, keep doing exactly what you're doing, and keep on watching. Okay guys, so if you're new here, this is the second part of this series, if you want to call it that. I am unboxing every conspiracy collection product that I get in the mail as it comes, because everything was divided up in my orders whenever I ordered the collection. And all of my lovely subscribers voted on a poll on my community page that you guys wanted to see the unboxings as I got them. So that's what we're doing. If you don't want to miss an alert from my community page, make sure that after you subscribe, you hit the little notification bell right beside subscribe, so that you can be alerted every time I upload a new video or every time I post to the community page. That's where usually I try to communicate with you guys, like if I need to let you know something, or if there's an upcoming video, or if I post a video early. It's cool to know that I'm going to. So don't forget to turn on notifications. Make sure whenever you hit the bell that you switch it to all at the top, so you're notified every time instead of just sometimes. That does cause a problem with a lot of my subscribers. Also, if you are subscribed or were subscribed and you think you're subscribed, make sure you double check the subscribe button and make sure you're still subscribed, because I've seen YouTube unsubscribing you guys from me, and we don't want that to happen. Now, if you have no clue as to what the first part of the series is, I will link a video right up here showing you what that video was. It was actually the unboxing of the conspiracy palette and the review and try on. So if you want to check that out, it'll be linked right up there. Now, the mini controversy palette is $28. I got mine from the Beautylish website rather than Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This was one of the first collections that I noticed that really every site freaked out, not just JeffreeStarCosmetics.com, but usually whenever I order from Beautylish, it's a little more of a calm setting and the order usually goes through pretty quick. You can also purchase this in the bundle like I did with a conspiracy palette from Beautylish, and it is $72 for the bundle instead of $28 by itself, which is a little bit of a discount for both of them, I believe. I think it's like $8 off or something. Now, this is what the unit carton of the palette looks like. As you can see, we have the black unit carton with almost a gray silvery type static reflect, and it's beautiful. It literally looks like static whenever light reflects off of it. That's why it creates such a reflective cast to it, because that cast is a bunch of little tiny gray silver dots that reflect light, and it makes it look like static, and it's really, really cool. And it has the Jeffree Star Cosmetics and Dawson logo with the title of the palette, Mini Controversy, and this is all on the front. Then we flip over to the back of the unit carton. It has all of the ingredients, the 2 logos, the social media links where you can see Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and it also has the expiration date of 12 months that they use recyclable packaging, or this packaging is recyclable, and it is a cruelty-free product. Now let's open it up. Oh, I've been waiting for this for so long, like 2 days, but that's so long. Let's see what the palette looks like. Oh, it's rainbow holographic. I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy. Can you guys see the, yeah, you can see the holographic. You see how it has that blue purple reflect in it? That is so gorgeous. It looks holographic, and it has the static in the background just like the unit carton does. And the words mini controversy actually have that 3D type printing on it. Kind of like if you look at something that's made for 3D glasses without 3D glasses, it has a red and green border to it. That's kind of what's going on with the words mini controversy, and it's really neat. I wonder if I looked at this with 3D glasses if it would pop out at me. And it also has the Jeffree Star Cosmetics logo at the top with Dawson right below it. Then we flip it over to the back, and it has the same type of print, and it has the Jeffree Star social links and the same goodbye open date 12 months, the recycle symbol, and the cruelty-free symbol. Now we open this up, and we are greeted by the palette itself. Oh. Oh, these blues are just everything to me. I love these blues so much. This palette in person is so much better than the picture. The picture is beautiful. All the pictures are beautiful. Just everything is so pigmented and so bright. It's just gorgeous. I love it. Well, I'm on a time crunch today, so let's go ahead and jump into swatches. Okay, first shade is the shade Flat Earth. Then the shade Cry on My Couch. The shade My Boyfriend's Purse. The shade Controversy. Next is Diet Root Beer. And then My Apology. The shade Exposed. Exposed. The shade Cancelled. And then, perhaps my most favorite shade in the palette, the Simulation. And that's the entire Jeffree Star Cosmetics x Shane Dawson Mini Controversy palette. And you guys know, as always, I will insert photos of the swatches, one with flash here. And one without flash here. And a little video close-up of the swatches with flash on. You know I gotta give you the details. Gorgeous. Okay, swatches are done and my eye is primed, as you can see. No, I'm just kidding. I was born this way. I wish. Maybe not quite this light, but I wish that it was this smooth and clear complected. Now, those swatches were gorgeous, especially the Simulation shade. This shade is me in a shade. Well, I already have that with Classy Kate Cosmetics because one of the shades are named after me. If you haven't seen that video with that shade, I will leave it linked right up here. So check that one out when you get a chance. I'll also try to remember to leave it linked down below as well. Anyway though, this shade is super gorgeous. I have to use this shade at some point. But today, it's gonna be more on the neutral and wearable side. I'm first going to take my Morphe M200 giant fluffy brush, and it's actually a pointed fluffy blender. So this is perfect for me for building up in my crease. I usually use my R37 brush, which is tapered. I just wanna change it up a little bit because I always use that brush. So it's time to use this one first. And I'm gonna begin with going into Cry on My Couch with this brush and just start putting this in my crease and building it up. I just wanna build up this color a little bit so that it can kind of set my base and I can start using it as a transition shade. Wow, this shade is beautiful for me. I know my eyeshadow base is a little light, and usually that's fine. I mean, I prefer a little bit lighter of an eyeshadow base so that my eyeshadows pop, especially when I'm working with color. Typically, if I'm going in with just neutral colors that I'm not really worried about anything really popping, then I'll just go in with some concealer or I'll use a deeper eyeshadow base. But I really like lighter eyeshadow bases for lighter colors or brighter colors. More intense colors. But using this color on this lighter eyeshadow base is kind of perfect for it because it's bringing the tone of the base back down to my skin tone. The shade in the palette actually looks a lot lighter to me than what's going on my eye. This shade, see? It looks like this would match a little closer to my base than it would what's going in my crease right now. To me, anyway. I could just be crazy. Probably am. I'm also going to start packing this up a little bit higher as well, just on the outer edge, so that it kind of gets that wing effect. You guys know what I like to do. I've got rather small eyes, so I try to make them look a little bit bigger with optical illusions. It's a conspiracy that I have bigger eyes, but I don't mind a little bit of a conspiracy as long as it doesn't turn into a mini controversy. I'm so funny. Now at this point, I have the pigment built up to the level that I think I want it to be. I'm really just blending out the edges and sort of finessing all around the outer perimeter of the most pigmented area of color, just so I can make it a really soft blend. Because like I said, this I want to make a very, very wearable look, since I'm going to be wearing it all day long and I'm going to be in front of a lot of people. And I'm trying to hurry a little bit because I don't want to be late. I still have an hour and 15 minutes. But that's gonna be to film the rest of this video and get the rest of my full face of makeup on. Off camera, of course. And now I'm going to take the Morphe M433 brush, the crease blending brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Diet Root Beer because I'm going to use this to start deepening up my crease a little bit. And really, it's the only sort of neutral, deeper matte that's in the palette. The other deeper shades I would be able to use to deepen up the crease are Controversy, the purple one, or Canceled, the blue one. So you can really take this palette in a few different ways, and I like that. And I'm just going to start building this one up in my outer crease area and work on blending it inward as I go. This shade is doing a really beautiful job at blending out, and it's really deepening up the crease very nicely as well. Now I'm building up the shade Diet Root Beer a little bit higher onto my crease because I'm going to be blending it out with the same brush that I used earlier, the M200, on the shade Cry on My Couch. And I'm going to be using this shade to blend out Diet Root Beer, so it's going to overpower that shade just a little bit, and I want to make sure that I don't lose all of it that I used. And really at this point, it's just a matter of going back and forth between both shades, both brushes, fine-tuning the edge and making the gradient as smooth as possible between both of them. I have now gotten those shades built up to the level of pigmency and blend that I think I want. Maybe I'll go in and fine tune it a little more at the end. I don't know yet. But regardless, I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease using my Sigma E62 cut crease brush and my ABH eye primer. I forgot to tell you, this is what I primed my eyes with as well. It was the ABH eye primer. And today I'm just going to be doing a quarter cut crease or half cut crease, whatever I end up doing. It's not going to be all the way across. I really just want that nice clean edge right in the front. Crease is now completely cut, well, quarterly cut, and now I'm gonna use my M326, a little tiny flat smudger brush, blender brush, packing brush, I don't know. I'm gonna use it like a packing brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade My Boyfriend's Purse and put that right on the inner corner and hope that it's metallic enough. I am essentially setting my cut crease with this shade. That is so beautiful. So not only are the mattes blending like a dream, but the shimmers are also very potent. This is such a beautiful shade. It's like a, oh man, I don't even know, like a gray champagne, if that makes any kind of sense at all. Like a shimmery stone. Now I'm gonna use the Morphe M204 flat packing brush. This is a very fluffy flat packing brush. And I'm gonna go into the shade My Apology. I know this has a little bit more of that kind of red, maroony type tone, but I need some deeper shimmer on my lid. I don't know if I want that. Well, it's on there already. We'll use it. That's fine. Okay, my apology is packed on the outer edge of the lid, so I'm gonna use the same M326 that I used in my boyfriend's purse, go back into my boyfriend's purse, and I'm just gonna start packing this on and blending it backward into my apology, because I want my boyfriend's purse to be the predominant shade on my eyelid rather than my apology. If I would have used more purple in the look, I probably would have liked my apology more for this specific look, but I don't. I want this to be, you know, more brown and champagne-y than I do any kind of red or purple or blue. I honestly wish that I wouldn't have even used that shade, but I did and it was too late, so I'm just working with it and making it worthwhile. And see, by blending those two, since they're both shimmers, they just kind of melt into each other and it lightens the deeper shade with the lighter shade. Now, I want to lighten it even more, but this is where you have to be careful. This brush is now covered in my apology, and I want my boyfriend's purse to be predominant. So I'm gonna wipe this brush off and then go back into my boyfriend's purse and apply more of that. And now just going back in with the Morphe M433, back into Diet Root Beer and putting that back into the crease a little bit to blend out the edges of my apology and my boyfriend's purse and kind of to re-deepen it. I'm also going to pack this shade a little bit on the outer edge of my lid just so it will tie the lid and the crease together a little bit more, just so it's not so disconnected, because it is feeling a little bit disconnected. Honestly, if I had a really dark brown or a black, I would go in with that on my outer crease, because to me this look isn't quite deep enough in my own opinion. But I'm just gonna really pack on Diet Root Beer and hope that it mixes in to my apology enough to just deepen up the outer crease. And again, just adding on more my boyfriend's purse, because like I said, I want this to really be prominent. So I'm just gonna keep pulling it backward. And now that I covered my apology with Diet Root Beer, it's got more of a brown tint than a maroon tint. So I'm hoping that this will blend in with it a little bit better. Oh yeah, I like that, because it has just a slight undertone of the maroon shade, so it's not so intense anymore, but it deepens it up and it makes it look like it's just deeper, and I like it. And I'm also going to use my boyfriend's purse and the same brush I've been using for it and use that on my brow bone. I think that would be a really pretty brow bone shade. Oh yeah, that is pretty. Okay, got my boyfriend's purse packed on up there. Now using the M200 just to blend out the edge of that. Make sure that it looks pretty and seamless. Nobody likes seams. Okay, that's pretty much one eye done. Now that this is cleaned up under the bottom and the edge is nice and cleaned up and there's a little bit of a wing there, I'm much happier with this look. I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate this eye over on this eye off camera, and I will be right back. Both eyes look just about the same, maybe a little bit different on the blending with the deep brown shade upward, but they're pretty much the same. They're good enough. I'm happy with them. I'm late now, so I really have to hurry up. I'm actually gonna go ahead and go off camera, do my complexion products, finish my full face of makeup, come back after that and finish off the eyes, and then I'll give you the final look and my final thoughts on the Jeffree Star Cosmetics x Shane Dawson Mini Controversy Palette. So give me just a couple of milliseconds and I'll be right back. Alrighty, got my face done off camera. Here we are with the finished face and everything else applied. I need a little bit more nose contour. My nose is looking rather large. But we're gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes because I need to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and go into the shade Diet Root Beer once more, and I'm gonna use the M433 brush that I've been using for it, but I'm gonna take some of Diet Root Beer just on the very edge of the brush, not all the way in, and just lightly go over the edge of my lower lash line. Oh, I also did apply a little bit of the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in the shade Perversion. It's the black eyeliner into my waterline as well. And then I'm gonna make sure that the lower lash line connects to the crease area and fill in this little gap that I always get right here. Happens every time. Really, I'm used to it by now. I just know that I have to fill in color right there. And now that that's filled in on both sides, I'm gonna go back in with my M200 brush back into the shade Cry on My Couch and take quite a bit of that, honestly, and just start to blend out the edges of Diet Root Beer. I just really like that soft, smoky glam look, and that's what I'm going for here. Okay, and that's completely smoked out on the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, do my ABH liquid liner, and put on some mascara and lashes, and I'll be right back for the finished look and my final thoughts. And here we are with the final look. What do you guys think? Is it acceptable? I actually think it turned out really, really nice. It's not the most bold, colorful look I've ever done, but for an everyday, semi-neutral wearable look, I think it's really good. The quality, of course, was amazing. Just like every Jeffree Star Cosmetics palette I've ever used, it always is great when it comes to quality. The color story of this palette is a little different for me. I'm kind of undecided with it. I like that I could create this nice, easy, simple, neutral look. It's a little smoky, it's a little glam, it's nice. I do wish that there was more of a punchy white shimmer in here, something that I could really pop as like a highlight, rather than My Boyfriend's Purse being the lightest shimmer. It seems more like a cool stone color rather than like a light pop, but it can work as a shimmer. It's a lighter shimmer, it works. I feel like it would work on deeper skin a little bit better than it would on lighter skin, but that's just my opinion. I do like that this is also workable and a little bit more versatile in the sense that you can use Exposed and Controversy to make more of a pink purple type tone look. You can use Canceled and Simulation to make more of a blue tone look, and you can stick with just the little quad up here and make your little neutral look. So in that aspect of it, I would say it would definitely be worth the $28. Plus, if you're in the market for Jeffree Star Cosmetics formula and you're just wanting to give it a shot, I would pick this one over the mini Jawbreaker palette based on the fact that the Jawbreaker palette is a little more bright, a little less toned down. So I feel like with this one, you can actually give Jeffree Star Cosmetics formula a shot while being able to maintain and keep a low profile on the actual colors you wear on your eye. So yes, definitely worth the money in my opinion. Of course, I'll leave it up to you guys. What do you think? Do you like this color story? Is it something that you would invest in, or have you invested in it? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It does let me know that you like my content, and it also helps others find my content based on the fact that you like it. If you like this look and you want to see more looks like it, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. My username is the same for everything. It's just ChristopherJMUA. And if you gain nothing out of this video, if you gain nothing out of any of my videos, please at least gain this, and that is to always remember and to never forget that you are absolutely beautiful. And I love you guys. Bye. I'm late. Time to go. Goodbye.